Hello and welcome to Select 10. We can all agree that 2023 has been an outstanding year for films, and the first half of the year has undoubtedly been packed with great content for audiences. These are our favorites, although there are many others that are excellent but could not make it to this list of the top 10. And let us know which 2023 film is your favorite. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It is a 2023 action-adventure film directed by James Mangold. It is the fifth and last film in the Indiana Jones franchise. And it's okay if you haven't seen the earlier movies, you'll still be able to appreciate this one. The film takes place in 1969 and centers on Jones, a well-known archaeologist, and his distant granddaughter Helena as they search for a historic dial that has the potential to alter the trajectory of the world's history. They are involved in this mayhem as a result of Jürgen Voller, a former Nazi and now NASA researcher, who intends to use the artifact to change how World War II plays out. Harrison Ford, in his famous role as the adventurer Indy, leads us on a final exciting expedition before waving goodbye to the character that has mesmerized moviegoers for years. The series approaches its big conclusion with a combination of joy, a sense of nostalgia, and a bit of gratitude. Although it might not qualify as the series' best work, it merits praise for its attempt to deliver an unforgettable adventure. Number 9. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. It is a 2023 sci-fi action film directed by Stephen Caple Jr. It is the seventh movie in the series and acts as a direct follow-up to Bumblebee, 2018, as well as a prequel to Transformers, 2007. The plot revolves around two regular people, Noah Diaz and Elena Wallace, who band together with the Autobots and their friends, the Maximals, in response to an unforeseen occurrence in order to stop the emergence of the planet-eating Transformer, Unicron, and its lethal force, commanded by Scourge, who is looking for the Transwarp key. The mystery surrounding the key's use is eventually unraveled as the story goes on. If you assume that the Transformers race consisted simply of Autobots and Decepticons, you are about to be surprised since the film adapts a well-known Autobot plot that links to the Maximals and other different groups of the Transformers species. For fans of the franchise, the film offers a respectable globe-spanning action-adventure and lots of fresh Transformer substance to discuss. And a general audience might also enjoy it because of the big set pieces and climactic action sequence, as well as a few other action scenes throughout the movie. Number 8. Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. It is a 2023 fantasy heist comedy film directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly. It is based on the Dungeons & Dragons online game and takes place against the unknown world's backdrop. The plot centers on a burglar and a group of odd explorers who pull off a huge robbery to recover a stolen object that is rumored to have the ability to bring dead people back to life. However, when they cross paths with the wrong group of people, things quickly spiral out of control and only get tougher when they realize that one of their fellow recruits joins them with ulterior motives. The plot creates an entertaining and chaotic quest that brings the epic universe and lighthearted atmosphere of the game to the big screen in the best way we could have hoped for. If you go into the movie knowing how gameplay works, you will undoubtedly identify everything rolling over on screen, but if you don't, you won't be missing anything. Overall, the movie is a ton of fun and a delightful distraction for both new viewers and fans, and it succeeds in laying a good foundation for the franchise's future movies, despite a few hiccups while delivering its distinctive appeal. Number 7. The Covenant. It is a 2023 action thriller film directed by Guy Ritchie. The best action thriller so far in 2023, in my view. The story centers on John Kinley, a former military captain who returns to protect a translator who once saved Kinley's life from a crime group. The story opens with an undercover mission in which the translator goes to great lengths to protect Kinley's safety. However, when Kinley discovers that the translator was not provided with the appropriate transfer as agreed, he feels obligated to make amends and returns to the war site in search of him before the military does. Overall, The Covenant is a compelling and visually stunning film that skillfully combines action, tension, and quick-paced storytelling to keep you on the edge of your seat from beginning to conclusion. The amazing performances, breathtaking sights, and Ritchie's masterful direction make the movie a must-see. Number 6. The Flash. It is a 2023 superhero action-adventure film based on the DC character of the same name. Well, this one raised a lot of anticipation, but the film fell short of what fans had hoped for. The story is centered on the DC comic book Flashpoint, arguably one of the greatest, which deals with the multiverse plot. The narrative focuses on Barry Allen, who travels across time to avert his mother's murder and free his imprisoned father. However, when he uses his ability to travel back in time, he creates a universe free of superheroes where General Zod returns to wipe out humanity. Following that, the only people who can stop Zod are another Barry, a retired Batman, and a prison Kryptonian. If they can do that, the world they are in will be saved, and Barry will be able to go back to his original timeline. No Way Home did a good job of introducing back fan favorites in a convincing way, but that's where The Flash falters. However, the action was cool, and the story was appealing enough to open up many possibilities for the future. And I'm hoping to see Sasha soon in the new DCU because she was a treat to see as Supergirl. Number 5. John Wick Chapter 4. This film requires no introduction, at least not for action fans. It is the fourth and last installment of one of the most popular action movie series in existence. The story revolves around John, an experienced hitman who is called out of retirement to get revenge on the individuals who killed his pet. Then, as he pursues his goal of revenge, he finds himself in unexpected situations with an attractive reward on his head. As a result, he becomes a target of his deadly organization, High Table, which forces him to flee and fight with some of the most heinous killers in the world who are trying to kill him. But in Chapter 4, as John Wick finds a way to take down the High Table and win his liberty, he has to battle an unfamiliar enemy with strong allegiances and influences that convert his former allies into enemies. I haven't seen an action movie combining fantastic action and an engaging narrative, but John Wick shines in this area. You have both, and that's what makes this movie pure action crazy. Number 4. Spider-Man: Across the Spider-Verse. It is a 2023 animated superhero film featuring the Marvel Comics character, Miles Morales. It is the follow-up to Spider-Man: Into the Spider-Verse 2018 and takes place in an interconnected universe of parallel realms known as the Spider-Verse. The plot centers on Miles Morales, who finds himself pulled into an enormous mission that takes him throughout the multiverse, where he teams up with Gwen Stacy and a fresh group of spider people to battle an opponent that is more formidable than any enemy they have ever faced. Miles, however, finds himself divided against the other spiders as the heroes disagree on how to deal with an emerging danger. In order to save the ones he cares about the most, Miles defines what it takes to be a superhero. Everything about this movie, including the animations and the incredible action-packed multiverse story featuring spectacular visuals, is outstanding. This one does an excellent job with the extremely difficult multiverse concept, keeping you interested the entire time. Number 3. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. It is a 2023 spy action film directed by Christopher McQuarrie. The tale revolves around Ethan Hunt, whose IMF squad sets off on their most difficult assignment ever and struggles to find a terrible secret AI device that poses a danger to all of mankind. It is their goal to seize it and potentially destroy it in order to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. On paper, this seems like a fairly typical story, but the presentation and integration of the main plot with the highly dramatic secondary plots make the overall narrative incredibly suspenseful. With the future and the destiny of the entire world in his hands, Ethan sets out on a risky mission and must deal with an unidentified mighty adversary from his former life who has connections to his present mission and will stop at nothing to stop him, requiring him to make a decision between saving the world and his friends. There are a few new characters that strengthen the film and the story in the most unexpected ways. Not mentioning the bike action moment where everyone in the theater screamed so loudly, "Will be evil." Tom is incredible, and the stunt was both insane and spectacular. You will be astounded by the stunning locations in the movie. The action was incredible, and you should watch this on a big screen to get an immersive experience. So, before we get to the top 2, there are a few movies that are also terrific but did not make it into this top 10. Among them are Super Mario Bros., Ant-Man 3, Extraction 2, Renfield, Megan, and a few others. And do check out our other videos for their reviews. Now let's continue. Number 2. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. It is a 2023 superhero adventure film based on the Marvel Comics superhero team, Guardians of the Galaxy. It is the follow-up to 2014, Volume 1, and Volume 2, 2017, and the 32nd movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It is the final journey for our favorite gang of outcasts. The story revolves around Star-Lord, a leader of the Guardians, who is still in shock over the death of Gamora, but must organize his group to safeguard their galaxy, while also looking out for one of their own members. This time, it is their goal to rescue Rocket after he has been taken by the force of a man who claims to be his creator. Over the course of the movie, viewers gradually learn who they are and why they want him back. This one will be an emotional roller coaster for you if you've followed the MCU and feel a connection to your favorite characters. So can we see Guardians in the future? I will never say never. Overall, don't miss it. It's the ideal farewell and the most satisfying conclusion to one of the best Marvel stories. Despite the fact that there is a lot to discuss, it is not possible without spoilers, so. Number 1. Oppenheimer. It is a 2023 epic biographical thriller film directed by Christopher Nolan. The film follows the story of the famous theoretical physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, who played a key role in the construction of the very first nuclear weapon. With Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer, Emily Blunt portraying Oppenheimer's wife, Matt Damon playing Colonel Leslie Groves, and Robert Downey Jr. as Lewis Strauss, a high-ranking official of the U.S. Atomic Power Council. The story takes place during World War II, when J. Robert Oppenheimer gets assigned by General Leslie Groves to participate in the classified program. Following that, Oppenheimer and a group of researchers worked tirelessly on building and constructing the atomic bomb, resulting in the world's very first nuclear detonation on July 16, 1945, which consequently altered the trajectory of human history. The plot concentrates on J. Robert Oppenheimer's career and successes, giving us an understanding of how events unfolded and more. Perhaps it's becoming too usual to refer to Christopher Nolan movies as masterpieces, but this film is indeed one and has an absolutely incredible and majestic plot that will leave you speechless. If you don't like slow-paced narration, you might not like this one very much. However, its pure drama, stellar performances from its star cast, and flawless background music will amaze you. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.